In the heart of rural Malawi, a young boy named William Kamkwamba defied the odds, transforming not only his own life, but the future of his entire village. This is the story of a boy who harnessed the wind, a tale of resilience, creativity, and the power of education. In a village where the sun beats down relentlessly and the land is dry from a crippling drought, William's family, like so many others, faces unimaginable hardships. The crops have failed, and famine looms. Yet, amid these struggles, a spark of hope begins to flicker. William Kamkwamba was no ordinary boy. While his peers played outside, William spent his days in his father's small workshop, fixing radios and dreaming of the impossible. From a young age, he had an insatiable curiosity, an innate desire to understand how things worked and how the world functioned. But even his boundless curiosity couldn't change the fact that his family was poor. His father, Chiwetel, worked tirelessly, but the drought and lack of food made it harder to keep the family afloat. William, however, never gave up on his thirst for knowledge. Despite his family's inability to afford school fees, he found a way to continue learning. Narrator, optimistic. One day, William discovered a library book on wind energy. For most, this would have seemed like an abstract concept, too distant to be of any real use. But for William, it was a revelation. As he studied the book, he learned about windmills, simple machines capable of harnessing the power of the wind to generate electricity. William saw something that no one else in his village could see. In the midst of a crisis, when all seemed lost, William saw a solution. He didn't just read about windmills, he decided to build one. But the road to innovation wasn't easy. The village was skeptical. "What is this boy thinking?" they said. "How can a child who barely has the means to survive build something so complex?" Yet William's resolve was unshakable. With nothing but a few materials scavenged from the junkyard, William began to build his windmill. Old bicycle parts, scrap metal, and a few odds and ends. These became the tools he used to create his vision. Even as the villagers watched in doubt, William worked day and night, battling not just a lack of resources, but the heavy weight of disbelief from those around him. And then, after days of hard work, after countless trials and errors, something miraculous happened. The windmill turned on. It was small at first, but it was enough to power a light bulb. That flickering light was a symbol of hope, not just for William, but for an entire community that had been in the dark for so long. With the windmill now operational, it began to do more than just provide light. It powered an irrigation system, bringing water to the crops that had long been parched by the drought. The village was no longer dependent solely on the mercy of the weather. William's innovation wasn't just about technology, it was about empowerment. It was a beacon that illuminated the path forward. Through his windmill, William showed his village that, even in the most challenging circumstances, change is possible with creativity, hard work, and a willingness to learn. But the journey wasn't only about the windmill, it was also about William's family. They too struggled, not just with poverty, but with their emotions and fears for William's future. William's father, Chiwetel, wanted the best for his son, but struggled to understand his obsession with a windmill when food was scarce. His sister, Annie, had dreams of her own. The family had their share of heartache, and yet, they supported William's vision. They may not have fully understood what he was doing, but they believed in him, and in the end, that belief became the foundation upon which the village's transformation was built. The windmill was more than just a machine. It was a symbol of change. It brought not just electricity, but education and opportunity. It brought hope to a community that had been waiting for a miracle. William's family, his village, and even the world began to take notice of the young boy who had dreamed beyond what many thought was possible. This story, as incredible as it is not just about a windmill. It's about the courage to dream, the